So good morning everyone and welcome back in today's class once again. Okay, so today we are going to be start with a same topic of the system properties. Okay, I'll try to finish those property part in next 15-20 minutes and then we will pick up a new topic called the SLA. Okay, SLA specifically we call it as SLA. So on that day when we are doing the system properties, right? See, two things are there. Number one, we are talking about the system property, and if I select here or right here property, so I can see there's a property available in the incident as well. Incident properties, problem properties. Then what is the difference between the system property and the module level property? Anyone has any idea? What is the difference between the module level property and the system level property? Anyone?
Changes to be done in the specific module only.
Okay. Then why they give us a module specific? They can do it in the system only, right? Okay.
We
Two.
use the option global, right? So few of the modules and applications are not visible to other users.
Okay, right. So basically system level property which help us or which do a changes on the complete platform level. Number one point you have to be remember, either you're talking about the system property or you're talking about the module level property. In both of the cases, if you make any change in the property, it will be a global impact. It is not a personalized impact. Okay, so remember this thing, that if you are making any change, don't think that okay, Adol, if I make a change, it will just only impact one person, so only one user. No, it will impact globally actually. Okay, so that is the thing you have to be remember always. Okay, then the another part is that why they have a system level and the this thing module level, because there is a few things which you can just modify on the system level, not on the module level. Let's take example. If I want to make change the ringtone of my mobile phone, it is a system level. But if I want to make a change in the notification tone of my WhatsApp chat, then it is a module level specifically. So in today's class, we will discuss mainly on the system properties. When we go for the module wise, like incident we completed yesterday, so then we pick up the incident level properties as well. Okay, that is the thing. Let me come back. I'm just thinking that how I can bring everyone here. Actually, I'm not able to see everyone in proper here. Leave it here. I'll go for the large grid is there. Sorry, I'm doing some R&D actually. Okay, let's go here. Leave it. I'll do it later. System properties. Okay, so we done this thing. My company, you can leave it. UI properties, we see basically a big list of the UI properties. This thing which we see, images kahan se aayega, and insert and stay. This thing you can see. If I show you here. So now you can see insert and stay. What insert and stay do? Read about. There are two things, insert and stay. Try this as a practical part. This question can be asked sometime in the interview or in the certification exam. This option will be available mainly on the foundation data table. What are the foundation data table which I sent a screenshot yesterday? Your department, your location, user data, group data are mainly my foundation data. So these changes you can do on the UI level. So you can try these changes in your PDI, not in my PDI, because if one person do, other person can override that part. Then how many attachment may appear on the top of the form? Suppose I'm sending any, let me pick up to this thing. Okay, if I send any attachment, if I let me do here, go here, choose, because these are the things which you know as a consultant, you should know this thing. Let me go to the batch 3. So suppose I have these many attachments. Okay, approximately 10 to 20 I'm attaching here. Let me do it here. This is image, nothing else, right? Remember, this is image. Let it be load now. So it says that your attachment has been loaded, and click on the cross. Now what this property say, how many attachment may appear on the top of the form, and the count is showing 3. It means on the top of the form only 3 attachment will be shown, rest will be shown like this. If you make a change in the property, if you make a change of the 20, then 20 will be available here. This will be, the count will be less or no count available here. So this thing I'm not changing because I have to save it again. So this thing you can make change very easily. List of the system table begin with sys underscore that will have deleted or that have the delete audit. By default, system table don't have the delete audits. So these are the tables mainly which you can delete the audits part as well. What is the audit part here specifically? Let me open any incident which is already created. Okay, let's open this thing. Oh, Ashwini, you move it to cancel state. Let's do this thing. Okay. One thing very important which we missed out yesterday in yesterday class is that if you go here, the things which you're mentioning here, the things which are be capturing here, you're not mentioning, you're writing either here or either here. And the post. And the post. No one can delete this data. This is like a, this is not like a, this is actually audit logs. Once it has been created and saved, you cannot do Control Z. Very, very important point. Being a consultant, being a service agent, being the executive, you cannot undo this part. Now I cannot go and like this. If I put the date, I cannot delete it. There's no option available. I can delete it here. You can see. Okay, so it is very important for everyone to understand that if anything which has been added in the audit logs cannot be deleted, and that is the thing which they're mentioning something here only. That list of the system tables begin with sys underscore that will have the deleted, that will have delete audited. Specifically for these tables, if you add something, then the previous record will be deleted. Sys underscore is a CC, right? Let it be open. It don't have that part, but if you make any changes, it will be deleted the previous changes automatically. So these properties are there. So never ever touch these kind of properties because these are the system defined properties and has some specific way of working in the background. Until unless you are very much sure about this, yes, I can make any changes here, then you can do this part specifically here. Then number of days integer after incident which resolved move to the close automatically. So it means say this property say basically suppose I raise any incident today, I mark it as a result. The days you mention here, after that incident will be marked as a closed state. Okay, this property is required when you are talking with the customer on the incident part. Okay, tell me after how many days you want to close your incident automatically. It can be 3, 2, 1, 5, 7. So these changes can be done very easily. Okay, that's not an issue. Show form, show button at the end of the form at the header means these things they're talking. These buttons on the top or on the bottom as well. So you can make the changes and then you can check it. Okay. So there's the multiple things which you can see here, like these things. Enable client-side validation integer field, mandatory field, client-side validation numeric field. So these are make sure it should be always yes, because these are the out of the box given by ServiceNow. Okay. So many things which you can do at your end because it's a very big list here. Even I don't know a lot of things here. So you can read a few of them, try to be read all of them once at least, and then you will come to know the proper things in the property part. Okay. Any doubt, any question till this point? Anyone?
No, sir, clear.
All clear? Aishwarya,
Yes.
Ashwini, Prashant. Okay, fine. Thanks for confirmation. Now what we'll do, we will go a little more down. CSS, I'll not pick up CSS part, basically that how the system has been defining the CSS. So let's keep it like this only. Okay. Email properties we will do definitely when we come to the email part. Then we'll go for the email property in depth. Okay. System properties, you can just see that what it has been mentioned, how this can be worked upon. Then you can get to know easily because again I'll not say that okay I'm skipping it. I'll say that these are the very depth and line by line discussion things are required. So better you can do the property part. Okay, maximum number of items show for a dynamic drop down list 15. What they're talking specifically, they're talking on this part. If I remove this. How many? What is the count here? Approximately 15. Can someone count? 2, 3. Or let me do like this. Let do on the color part. Three of 3. This one. Showing 1 to 15. How this 15 come basically? This 15 come from this properties. If you change to the 30, it will show the 30 records for you. So it's very minute actually. So always remember this is a tool, not a rocket here. Everything has been configurable. The only thing is that we need to be understand from where these things are coming. And believe me, you will find all the things easily. Once you start looking on the things, you are getting the things very easily. Oh, it is coming from this particular place. It is coming from this particular place. Then it is easy for you. So that is why I'm saying join the community.servicenow.com and see if someone put any question, what he or she is asking and how you can give the answer. See, not showing the 30. Simple point, but tough to answer that from where it is coming. That is the thing. 30. So you can do this part easily. There is no service offering. Okay, so these are the few things about the property part, that how the property specifically work. Then you can go in the home page kind of stuff. What is home page? This one. This is my home page. If I go here, let it be load completely. This is my home page. Okay, if you want any changes here, go to the home page properties. List of the rules that can add content on the home page. You just mentioned the ITL and admin. Only those users can do the changes here. Disable automatic refresh. Display record preview icon in the home page. Enable home page render cache. Maximum number of rendering threads of a single home page. Enable the new layout picker on the home page. This thing, layout picker, basically I'm on the dashboard. Wait, let me make a change in the property. So things are the interrelated. Don't assume. So this is the thing today. Okay, let me give you one more thing here. Today, go to your home page, and you can do this exercise in my PDI as well. Okay, and create the home page for yourself. How to create? I don't know. Actually, I don't know how to create a new home page, but you have to create a home page today. And today I give work to Ashwani. Homework number 1, create a new home page for your purpose. How to create? No idea. Then go here. Then the same thing, go for the dashboard as well. What we're seeing here, right? If I make a change here, dashboard. So these are my dashboard properties. Ashwini, one more homework, create a new dashboard as well. I don't know how to create, very simple. This is your homework, and believe me, I'm checking the background as well. Okay. So these are the few things. Okay, one more thing which has been left, global search. Important. I don't want to show this option on my screen. It's gone. From where it is coming? It is coming from the property here. Who can search? ITIL user or these roles can search. If you remove the ITIL user or if you remove the admin, even though it is available, but I cannot search it. Okay, so you can try at your end. Number of global text search matches written per table. Let it be saved first. Do you think that this is a tough? Yes or no? This is not tough, but you will be surprised that many of the customer ask these basic things from the consultant. Boss, I need something new here on my home page. I need something new dashboard. I want this list should be contain 200 results in one go. Let's put that test here. This one, this count you are saying here. In the top, it will show only the 10 counts here. See, not show the complete one, only top 10. If you want to make a change here, then it will make a change for you. But more this count will be there, will impact your performance to load actually. So better keep it less. 5 to 10 is good one. Okay, that's it. Then a few things which you can do the CSS changes you can do at your end. That's a very simple thing. Okay. And yes, so this was the thing which we want to discuss in the global search. Now, from my side, the basics things which we need to be understand from the property perspective and from the system property perspective has been completed here. Any doubt, any question, anyone?
No, sir.
Nikhil, Harsha, Ashwani.
No doubt, sir.
Aishwarya.
No.
Okay, good. So now this point has been completed for us. Now I would like to start a new topic. Let me bring that. Don't think that I'm speaking like a slang type of what this I'm doing here. I just make the atmosphere little good. Okay. Today topic we have a called SLA. Service level. Okay. Anyone who is in the call, please explain me what do you mean by the term SLA? But I don't want any IT example. I don't want any corporate language here. Yes, let's start from the experts. Nikhil Bansalji.
Okay. SLA will be like if we will firstly we will be having to make sure like we have all the existing and planned services offered as per the time, like as per the timelines we have discussed.
Yeah, Nikhil.
Huh.
I am just a fifth pass out. I don't understand assure the service on the time or these things. I need a simple layman example.
Okay. Chalo, theek hai. I'll give a very simple example from a day-to-day routine which I'm going through these days. Okay. Okay. So there's my brother's wedding on this Friday, and we have been doing a lot of preparations. And out of all this preparation, there's one preparation which I did yesterday. That is, I have to go to dry cleaner to give some clothes to him for dry cleaning. Okay. So he has given me the timeline for today. Like I will deliver the clothes to your house at around 12 p.m. today.
Okay.
So according to him and me, we both agreed that he is also okay to deliver at that time. I am also okay to accept the clothes at that time. I will be at home. Okay. So this is the LA that we both the parties have agreed that okay, this is the plan and this is how we'll by this time the service will be delivered.
Okay, good. Harsha.
So service level agreement means
Good.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
That we have decided a time for each activity. If I have 5 different activity, then we all have decided that if I have such activities, so like how much maximum time you should take in order to complete that activity.
Okay.
So this is an agreement like between me, you, and everyone.
Yes. Okay. So Harsha, if this is the definition, this is the example, then what is the SLA between you and me for this training? Tell me.
20th August.
What 20th August?
As of now, we have decided
It will complete it.
we'll try to get it completed by 20th August training.
Okay, but 20th August, you are giving me a specific date. What is the SLA we decided on the day one? I said it will be a 35 to 40 hours training. That is the SLA. Maybe I'll say, okay, you guys are going on leave, let's break for 1 week. It will not complete on the 20th of August then. So don't tell the exact date. Tell that Atul, the agreement between both of us is for the 30 or 35 or 40 days specifically. So in short, if I conclude this point with the two examples which Nikhil and Vinuj gave us, basically SLA means when you get an agreement that in how much time can be days, can be minutes, can be hour, can be months, can be year. Okay, in how much time this service will be delivered to you. Take example, Tanvi order a new mobile phone from e-commerce website. Okay, Tanvi got a message that, hello Miss Tanvi, this product will be delivered at your doorstep in 5 working days. Or maybe because you already placed the order, then you get the exact date. Okay, this product will be delivered by 25th of July at your doorstep. So that 5 days is basically the SLA between the Amazon or the e-commerce website and between the seller to deliver the product at your doorstep. It is not you who are deciding the SLA. Never. Customer never ever decide. Customer only take the service. SLA has been decided by the company or the I can say client and the service provider. Okay, they both decide what should be the SLA for us. During the COVID, when the lockdown was there, every e-commerce website increased their SLA. Grofar says it will take 5 days. Amazon says it will take 3 days. Zomato says it will take 2 hours. Domino's say it will take 1 hour to be delivered, even though they have their initial agreement of 30 minutes, but now they are extending it because they know maybe your food or your order is from the some other zone where I cannot travel very easily. Okay, so these things has been decided by the company and the service provider collectively. In our case, I am the service provider and you are my customer. Unfortunately or fortunately, you are my direct customer. There is no a layer in between both of us. So I am dealing with you directly. Okay, Tanvi 40 hours done. Harsha 40 hours done. Nikhil 40 hours done. So now I need to be close this course within the 40 hours. That is called the service level agreement. Everybody has the service level agreement. Wife asks to husband, when you will come back from office? I'll come back by 7 o'clock. That is a service level agreement. Practically think practically. Your mom is giving you a list of grocery. Okay, Nikhil, when you go out, please bring it. When you bring, mom, I'll go in the evening and then I'll bring. That is the SLA he gave to mom. By evening, it will be done. Right? Now it is depend on Nikhil. He order online. He asked his friend, he asked his brother, he asked his father, or he himself go and bring that grocery. When these things come into the picture, friend, father, these things, Then a new concept come into the picture that is called the OLA. Operational level. What is OLA in simple words? Prashant. What is the OLA? Yes, Prashant. Guys, can you hear me or not? Vishwajit. Can you hear me? Guys. Someone say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Now I relax. Yes, Prashant. What do you mean with the OLA? Okay, Vishwajit. What is the OLA? Yes, you're speaking something, Vishwajit. Not able to hear you. That's fine. At least say yes or no. Don't be like idle, yaar. Okay. Ashwini. Any idea about OLA?
OLA.
OLA.
Okay. So I and my mother decided, discussed that I will be bringing the groceries by the evening. That's the SLA between me and my mother. But due to some other work, I could not go and buy the groceries. So I asked my brother or my father to get it done on my behalf. That's the operational level agreement that is between me and the within the internal team available. That okay, can you do this? Or and setting up a time, having an agreement between me and that other party, internal team or any.
Okay, so is your OLA can be more than your SLA?
OLA, no, I don't think so. If I think like SLA and OLA, no, OLA cannot be bigger than SLA.
Wait. People are getting confused here. I'm sure. So let's take a normal example. Okay. When any agreement has been done, okay, let's take example of the phone thing. Okay, Tanvi order a phone from an e-commerce website. Okay. When she was ordering, she get a pop-up that this phone will be delivered at your doorstep in 5 days. And in the bracket, they mention the date as well, because if you order today, then you get after the 5 days. She confirmed, she order. Now, overall SLA is the 5 day, right? Then the website from where you are ordering and the seller from where you pick up of this or picking up this particular product has a OLA in between. Like 1 day I will take to check my stock. 1 day I will take to do the packaging and the printing part. 1 day I will take to send it via courier. 3 days gone. 4th day, product will reach to the destination city. And 5th day, it will be delivered to the customer. It can be delivered in the morning, it can be in the afternoon, or it can be evening. So these internal points, checking the stock, doing the packaging or the branding, then booking for the courier, reach to the destination center and deliver at your doorstep. These are the OLA actually. You are not bothered that either this happened on the day 1 or day 5th. You need your product on the day 5. So OLA basically when we have an agreement in the same organization with the different groups. Let's take example today or tomorrow. I'll say, okay, guys, I don't know scripting. Let me introduce my friend who will do the scripting session for you. Between me and him, there's an agreement. 2 hours, that's fine. And you should complete the scripting part. He agree on that part. Okay. So that is the OLA which we discuss and which we agree between us. But that OLA cannot be impact to you. Means you should not be bothered, Atul, why he's taking 2 hours, why it's not taking 3 hours. That is me and my friend agreement, not your agreement. Your agreement is 40 hours between you and me. Clear till this point? Any doubt, any question?
So OLA is not bigger than SLA?
No, it can never be.
Yep.
Okay. Now the third concept is called the UC. Any idea what is UC? Yes, experts. My experts, please. Vinuj, what is UC in this context?
No, Atul.
Nikhil.
It's as far as I remember, it's called underpinning contract. It's basically a legal agreement between the service provider and the vendors or suppliers. Like if I want to go and buy a if
Okay.
at data center something gets failed and I am not physically present, or my exact service provider is not physically present at that location, but that service provider has some another party available at that particular location who can go and fix that data center.
So ये थोड़ा सा it's changing the behavior. So underpinning contracts basically is a contract between the service provider, okay, and the another service provider. Sometimes we involve customer as well. Sometimes we did not involve the customer as well. So it is like a outsourcing. I got a project and I hand over to the another person. Okay, you other company, you tackle it. And that is called the underpinning contract specifically. This is the main purpose of the underpinning here. UC, we call it as a UC. In interview, it has been asked number of times. What do you mean with the SLA? If you give the right definition of SLA, then they will ask OLA, and then it will go for the UC as well. But only definition, nothing much. Okay. Till this point, any doubt, any question? Harsha, Tanvi, who is the Dhanashri? Yeah. She did not join. She did not join yesterday as well, right? Yes, Tanvi.
No, sir, all clear.
Okay, sorry, you're the Harsha.
Sir, can we say that OLA is taken under SLA or is a part of SLA?
Actually, it is both. If I speak from my experience, sometimes we can take OLA under SLA as well, and sometimes we can take a separate as well. But mainly, it is always a under SLA only. Okay, so like Amazon, the e-commerce website, and you have a SLA of the 5 days, but the e-commerce website and the seller has some other OLA in between. For you, those are the OLA, but for them, it can be SLA for us. But in short, we define something like this: SLA, OLA, and UC. In this format, we always speak about these things. Okay. Now let me show you how in ServiceNow you can see this thing. Let me go in the incident part. Let's take this incident. See, these are the SLA. One thing which we I want to pick up it today as well. Yesterday we saw this thing, right? These tabs, right? And today also we are seeing these tabs, right? What is the difference between these tabs and these tabs? Any idea? What is the difference between these tabs and these tabs? Tell me. Why ServiceNow give me a two separate way of tabs? Yes, Vinod.
So one is mainly related with the notes and the resolution item, whereas the other is mainly related with the OLA. I mean,
no. Vinod, we're talking about this all the four tabs.
Correct,
Not only
correct.
for the. But I can put that tab on the top as well, right? With this. Why I should have two different section for the tabs? That
Yes,
is my question.
okay, so that is what no, I'm telling you that they are trying to segregate like a note section and and the activity section.
No. Related records, resolution information. Why these three as a one set and these four as a one set? Why? That is my question. Why ServiceNow add this four as well on the top with this?
I think because generally the below four tabs are not required.
Then
While
if it is not required, then why you're putting on the form?
required in the sense like we do not we don't have to update any information in them while we're working on the incidents.
My dear friend, if you don't need to update anything on the form, why you add those particular stuff on the form level then? It will unnecessarily and increase your response time. Think from the consultant perspective. Na? The day I guess one of our teammate asked this question, can Atul sir we put 100 fields? Yes, you can put 100 fields, but what is the purpose of that? Anyone else? Vishwajit, Prashant, why these separate sections are there? It's look like I will become a school teacher very soon now. Tanvi, Harsha. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, the notes related records deals with the history of the particular record. Give some information related to the incident raised.
You guys are still looking only notes. I'm saying take these three as a one bench, take this four as a second bench. Why these two bench are in a separate form way? Why are not they put this four in the one place only here? Okay, now let me tell you. The thing is that the top three, which you can see here. Okay, these are the fields which they contain are the one which stored in the incident table itself. notes in the incident table, related records. See all these fields in the incident table, you will find it. These fields, you will find it on the incident table. These are called the main tabs. And these four are called the related list, which help you to support your main record. These are the four different tables. These are not the same table. These records are not stored in the incident table. No, these are coming from the task table. These are coming from the CMDB table. This is again coming from the CMDB table. This is again coming from the parent incident table or the incident table only, but somehow they manage the later on. So these are the related lists which support you provide the more information about the record. Like when you're filling up any form for the college admission or the company offer letter kind of stuff or the candidature part, at the last they have few lists available, right? Give us the reference, give us the postal address, give us one or two important lines about yourself, which is not required actually because they already have your CV, but still they're asking why, because they want to get a complete information from you. So those are the related records. If you give me your CV, I will get everything from the CV itself. Your name, address, CTC, experience, everything I can get an idea easily. But still I'm asking in the pen and paper so that I can get the complete thing. So always remember, these are the things which stored in the proper record table, and these are the from the different tables. And that is the reason we call these as a related list. Related list, remember, this and this has a separate purpose, separate meaning. You can add more list here. These are basically sections, if I can say. Let's go here and see. These are the sections and those are the related list. Let me load now. See. Notes is a section. Additional comments come in the notes only. Related records is a section. Additional information is a section, right? This thing. Now, if I go here and right click, configure related list. It takes little time to be open actually. These are my related list. We want to add a change phase. Let me add these things. Because these are the separate tables. These are not the incident table. Let me click on the save. See. The information which is showing here is not stored in the incident table. Those are stored in the separate table. If you open this task SLA1, let me open it. See the table name. Task underscore SLA, and on which table we are working? Incident table. So this SLA table, I bring it on the form just to support my record actually, nothing else. It is not storing any value of incident in this one. Clear or any doubt till this point? Harsha, Tanvi, Ashwini, Aishwarya.
Yes, sir.
Prashant, Vishwajit. All clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, good. Now let me come back here. When we talk about SLA, we have two major points. Suppose Aishwarya called me. I did not pick up her call. Fine. She again called me after 10 minutes. I still did not pick up her call. Again, fine. She talked to Tanvi and say, hey, Atul sir is not good. He did not respond quickly. Right? He did not respond quickly. Like same thing. Example. Let's take a true example. I take everyone name, but only one or two people say yes or no. Rest people did not respond. So in SLA, we have two type of SLAs. One is called the response SLA. How quickly you respond to my query. It can be correct, it can be wrong, right and wrong. But how soon, how quickly you respond is called the response SLA. I pick up call from Aishwarya. She give me a problem statement. Atul sir, I'm doing this thing and please let me know the resolution for this. I said, okay, Aishwarya, I'm busy in office now. Give me some time. I'll update you in next 2 hours. That is called the resolution SLA. It means in 2 hours, I need to give a resolution or to guide to Aishwarya about the problem statement. Pura ka pura IT, the complete IT work on these two fundamentals, response and resolution. Why you prefer Jio over the Vodafone? Because the response is very quick. If you call in a one call, in a one ring, they pick up your call. But that is not the case with the Vodafone. Right? Why you prefer to reach out to me always? Because you know Atul sir will be online 24/7. I ask the question, he will respond in the next 5 minutes. That is a standard which you understand. Okay, 5 minutes to lagenge. It will take 5 to 7 minutes for him to be answer it, or to get give me the first response. Okay, so every time we follow this fundamental. You book any order from any of the e-commerce website, you get an email immediately. Yes, your order has been booked. That is called the acknowledgement. That is called the response. Response means just to acknowledge you get something. I'll give you the one best example, a day-to-day life example. Suppose you are doing some work in your room. Someone knock at the door. How you respond? What do you say? Tell me.
Who's there?
Otherwise you say, okay, coming. Wait for a minute. Right? What do you say, Harsha, Prashant, Tanvi?
Yes, sir.
Or you say, Kai jala, Thamana. Right? Right?
Yes.
Right? Why you say this thing? Why you speak? Because you heard something that someone is knocking at the door. Right? Like baby call to mother. If they're hungry, they start crying. Mother listen that and quickly take action. Response and resolution so fast. Right? So in the same way, response means the acknowledgement of a particular activity is the response for me. And that is the reason that if you see on the form, this is the response one. See, the name is response time. How quickly you are getting the solution. How quickly you are getting a page will be loaded for you. Did they mention the resolution? No, they mentioned the response. If you click on the reload form, how soon this form will be loaded? This is the response time. Then you go, open the door, you see, oh, you come, sit here, I'll come in the 5 minutes. That is the resolution. Your friend, okay, you sit there, I'll come. Let me do wash my hands and other things. I'll come back to you. That is the resolution. Baby is crying, mother mother respond, okay, let me bring something for you. That is the response. She took 10 minutes to make something for baby. That is the resolution time. So these things were defined here. When your kids become little elder, you say, okay, beta, wait for half an hour, I'll make something for you. After 10 minutes, he or she again asks, Mama, how much time will it take more? I'm waiting since long, because he cannot count the time, but for him, it's a long time waiting now. Or maybe after 30 minutes, he'll say, you said only 30 minutes, it's 40 minutes, I'm very hungry. That is your business times. How much time you're taking here? How much time is left? We are on the 14th day of our course. 26 more days to complete the course. That is my time left now. How much percentage approximately? If I say we completed approximately 20 to 30% of the time period now. 12 days means 30% we already completed. So that's the thing you will be getting here. When we started, when we are stopping it. In SLA, we have 3 more major terms. I'm giving a theoretical part. Tomorrow we'll go to the practical part. Cancel and stop. Cancel or stop here. Start, pause. Okay, let's do this thing. Start means what is the time in which condition your SLA will be starting. Amazon or the I'm not sure why I'm always calling the Amazon only. Okay, the e-commerce website has a start time. Ma'am, as soon as you order, your SLA will start. That is the start timing. Pause. Ma'am, there's a lockdown. Your product will be delayed. They pause the time. Ma'am, there's a 2 days lockdown in your area. Weekend lockdown. We cannot deliver it. So by automatically they will increase the 2 days in the delivery part. Cancel. You cancel the order. I don't want this product. SLA also get cancelled. Stop. You get your product delivered at your home. There's no purpose of keeping a track of the SLA now. Then your SLA will be completed. Yes. Okay. So these 4 are the important points, very important points, and we need to define the conditions. So now we start the configuration of the SLA part. Sir, I want to define an SLA. How I can define what condition should be there? When it start working, when it stop, when it pause, when it's complete. All these things you have to be mentioned in this particular SLA part. Any doubt, any question?
No.
Yes, guys.
No.
No.
Ashwini, put this question as well along the other 2 questions. You guys need to be read about, only read retroactive start and retroactive pause in SLA. It is a C. Actually, it is a C. Many people get confused, and this question has been asked in the interview as well. What do you mean by the retroactive start and retroactive pause? We will not discuss today, we'll discuss tomorrow in depth, and we'll do the configuration part of our SLA as well. Clear, everyone? Any doubt, any question? Anyone?
No.
No.
Okay, good. Let me bring it here. Okay. Yes, Vishwajit. Any doubt? Ashwini? Guys, response time is very high for you guys. Ashwini, any
No,
doubt?
sir. No, sir.
Prashant? Nikhil? Vinoj?
No, sir.
Harsha?
No doubt, sir.
Tanvi?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. And finally, Aishwarya. Your name is Aishwarya Abhirami actually.
It's Aishwarya Abhirami.
Aishwarya Abhirami. Okay. Okay. Fine. So let me stop the recording, guys, here first.